Good morning. I am off on my adventures. I just had my first night at my first Airbnb and it was really comfortable. It was really nice. I enjoyed my stay there. This morning when I was waking up, I could hear cats thundering around the hallway and upstairs and stuff. And I was like, this is so cute. I love waking up to the sound of cats. The plan for today is to do my Walmart pickup. I'm getting groceries for the week. And then from there, I'm gonna drive into Utah. I'm currently in Grand Junction, Colorado. It's just the nearest airport to where I'm going. So then I'm off to Canyonlands first. It's gonna be a really fun adventure. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get it started. Oh, the other thing is that I definitely reserved an economy car, but they gave me an SUV, an all-wheel drive SUV, so that might eat into my gas budget a little bit, but we're just gonna go with it. I also need to send a message to the host I stayed with because this thing was about this full and I spilled the whole thing on the bed. It fell over and it leaked out. So I need to tell her the bed is wet, but it's just water. This whole parking lot, that guy had to park right there. I am in the middle of an empty parking lot with a tripod. And that guy had to park right there. Good morning from beautiful Colorado. I mean, are you kidding me? It's like in every direction I look, it's beautiful. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, I just picked up my Walmart order, so let's do Walmart haul, and then I need to reorganize everything that's in here. These cute little paper bags are everything, but I was expecting plastic bags. So the first thing we got, cold brew concentrate, apples, cereal. I've got honey bunches of oats and mini wheats, an overnight oats pack. I have 2 things of milk that are shelf stable, lactose free, 2 cans of chicken. I'll explain that in a minute. A tumbler for my coffee, Capri Sun, because you can't have a road trip without Capri Sun. All right, so here's where the canned chicken comes into place. Ramen, different types of ramen. And I'm gonna add the canned chicken to this, just so it makes it a little bit more filling, a little bit more nutritious. Bumblebee chicken snacks. Again, road trip staple. 2 lentil protein bowls, bananas, 3 salads, coffee creamer, protein Pop-Tarts, a charger. Oh, and then I got 2 strawberry poppies and 1 raspberry poppy. They're very small. These are only 7.5 ounces. I expected them to be full 12-ounce cans, but 7.5 ounces. So that's my Walmart haul. Now I'm gonna take everything out and reorganize. Oh, I also got a flat of water. I'm gonna unpack everything and then repack it in a way that makes the most sense. And then I'm gonna hit the road, baby. I'm gonna hit the road and I'm gonna go straight to Canyonlands National Park. Let's look at the brochure, shall we? I don't have a lot of time here. It's 9:30 and I'm only gonna be here until about 1. So we're gonna have to be very strategic. I think it's mostly gonna be like a sightsee kind of day. Okay, I think that we should go to Grand View Point, definitely. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of time for all this stuff. I think it's gonna be like a pull-out viewpoint vista kind of trip to Canyonlands. I definitely need to go to the Mesa Arch, which is, oh, it's right there. All right, well, let's just drive down to Grand View Overlook. We'll come back up, we'll hit Mesa Arch. I would like to see the Aztec Butte as well, and those are right next to each other, kind of, which I don't think should take too long to drive. How many miles is it? 6 miles plus 6 miles. Oh, it's only 12 miles, so it's not gonna take that long to get to the end. And then we'll come back up, check out Mesa Arch. We will check out Aztec Butte. We'll see Upheaval Dome, and then we'll head to Arches. I think that's the plan. Okay, there's no signal, none. So it's a good thing there are only 2 roads, because then I can't get lost. So far, we have been to 2 viewpoints in Canyonlands, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's stunning. I'm gonna go to Mesa Arch next, so it'll be my first arch of the trip. Very exciting. I'm gonna go to Mesa Arch, and then I think I'll go to the, oh God, what's it called? Aztec Butte. It's only 10:30, so I've been here for 1 hour. I still have 2.5 hours left here, so I might find a little hike to do, or I might just head up to Arches early and just wait. And I guess I could see if they'll let me in early if it's not busy up there right now. So far, Canyonlands is dead. I don't know if it's because it's a weekday, it's a Wednesday, like middle morning on a Wednesday, but it's spring break, so. It is now 11:15. I just left Mesa Arch and it was stunning. I loved it. I know this is gonna sound silly, but it's like smaller in person. I feel like when you go to Yosemite or Zion, it's bigger in person, but Mesa Arch was a lot smaller in person, and I'm wondering if Delicate Arch is gonna be the same in Arches. Panorama Arch is the one I'm looking forward to the most. I'm hoping I can get parking, because it was kind of hard to get a parking spot at Mesa Arch. I waited and I circled for a while. I'm gonna put some sunscreen on. Where's my sunscreen? And then I'm gonna go check out the Aztec Butte. I'm at that trailhead right now. Oh, this is all gonna come squishing out. You see how full it is because of the altitude? Oh God, it's gonna come rushing out. Oh no, it's not, because it's empty. All right, I'm gonna go check out the Aztec Butte, and it's 11:20 right now. So I have still quite a bit of time. I don't know exactly how long it's gonna take to drive over to Arches. I'm guessing about an hour. I'm gonna give an hour. So I'm gonna leave here at 1, maybe like 12:45. So I have like an hour and a half. I think after this, I'm gonna drive to the end of this road, do the overlook over there on that side of the canyon, and then I'm gonna go up to the visitor center, get some souvenirs, have my lunch, and then drive over to Arches. That's the plan. I started the Aztec Butte hike. I looked at the little map. So it's 0.6 to 1, 0.6 back. So that's 1.25 miles. I feel like if I just walk pretty fast, I should be able to see it and get back in like less than 30 minutes. We're gonna try. I'm also struggling with my knee a little bit. It's hurting, not a ton, but enough that I'm favoring my other leg. And I'm limping a little bit. It's not like a super sharp pain like it was at Coachella last week, but it's still enough that I feel like it's slowing me down a little bit. I also feel a little slowed down by like the elevation. But I think I could make it. I just need it to take like less than an hour. The next little problem I'm running into is that this trail is very sandy. So that's slowing me down too. I can walk just over 1 mile in less than. I get nervous about time for no reason. I have plenty of time. All right, we're gonna follow the cairns up. Wow, this is crazy. Oh my God. Wait, I actually can't believe this. It's crazy. I think what's getting me the most about this is that you can see the actual demarcation between the layers. And I mean, when you look at it like this from afar, you can see where they change direction. Like, you can see it changes here and then here. But to be able to like just see it right there is crazy. I mean, look. The sand goes this way here and this way there. It's nuts. All right, let's keep going. I just got back from Aztec Butte. I hustled, and the altitude's killing me. Anything I have in my car that could melt has definitely melted. It's hot. I'm off. I have 1 hour to have my lunch, get my souvenirs, and see as much of the park as I can. I feel honestly really satisfied with how much I have seen from the outside of the car. So I'm just gonna finish the scenic drive down to the end of this canyon overlook. I'm not gonna stop and get out unless something like insane beautiful happens and I feel like I need to take a picture of. But I've gotten some pretty good pictures so far. I'm happy. I think it's only 6 miles to the end of this arm of the road and then back. So that should take not very long at all. Let's see. Oh, it's 5 miles to the end and then 5 miles back. So far, this drive is honestly just more of the same, but I will finish it. I'll go to the end and back because it's not going to take that long. To go to the visitor center, I'm going to get a coffee cup and a hat. Those are the souvenirs I'm getting from each park. I'm not getting anything else. I'm not getting any t-shirts. I have enough t-shirts. Unless there's like a t-shirt hat bundle, I might do that. Oh, the other thing is that when I was on that hike to the Aztec Butte, I kept getting distracted by little animal prints in the sand, and I was telling myself, I don't have time for this. I am on a schedule. I gotta be at Arches by 2 o'clock, so I gotta like, but here I was sitting in the sand taking pictures of little teeny tiny little paw prints in the sand. But hike your own hike, right? I'm happy. I feel like I've had a good trip to Canyonlands. I will definitely be back with more time and a backcountry permit. Oh, that's pretty. It looks like a little, I mean a nipple. It looks like a nipple. See if I can take a picture. Don't do this at home, kids. I got a picture of the nipple. Got a picture of the nipple. I'll insert it right here. Here's the picture of the nipple. I don't know what else to describe it as other than a nipple. I just had a slightly worrisome thought. I don't have too much planned in Arches because I know I'm doing Canyonlands and Arches in one day. So I don't have a super stacked itinerary. I have 2 things in Arches. One is Panorama Arch and one is Delicate Arch. That's it. I'm not doing that long, I think they call it Furnace Creek. I'm only going as far as Panoramic Arch, that big skinny one. I'm only going as far as that and turning around, which I think that's only maybe a mile in, which I can bust that out pretty quick. My timed entry is 2 o'clock, but I'm concerned that there might be a line to get in. But I think with the timed entry, there shouldn't be. Especially not a timed entry for 2 o'clock. That was the only one left when I bought my timed entry a couple weeks ago. But I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to the visitor center, get my souvenirs. I'm going to eat my lunch. I'm going to go quickly. I'm not going to wait until 12:45. I'm just going to go in case there's a line. If there's not a line, I'll just wait outside of the park, I guess. I've never had to do timed entry before. Because when I've been to Yosemite since they started the timed entry, I always have a reservation to lodge so I can just go in whenever. But So really when I've driven into Yosemite, it's been like 9 or 10, maybe 11, and there's a long line to get in. And I don't want to be waiting outside of the park for an hour and not get in until after 3. So I don't know. I'm just anxious. I'm just an anxious girly. And because I don't know, I can't predict. It's something that I don't know the answer to. I'm a little freaky about it. So I'm just going to go. It's the same thing when I went to the airport yesterday. I started getting really anxious and thinking like, what if the plane leaves without me? I was so nervous that the plane would somehow be 5 hours early and leave without me and I wouldn't know until I got there and the plane was gone. Because I know I'm not going to be late for my flight. I know that because I get there plenty early. But what goes on in my mind is that the plane's going to leave so early that I'm going to miss it. Even though that doesn't happen. Like, planes don't leave early. They leave on time. Or they leave late. But they never leave early. They don't leave an hour early. They don't leave 3 hours early. But that's just the anxiety that I have. And the anxiety that I currently have is that I don't know how long it's going to take to get there. I don't have signal, so I can't like look up the directions. I just I think I know where I'm going. There's a sign that says Arches that way, so I'm just going to go that way. But I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait in line. And it's always the unknown that makes you have a little bit of anxiety. And what Wendy always tells me is like when you start to feel anxious about something or nervous or worked up, is there anything you can do about it? If the answer is no, you just gotta let it go. If the answer is yes, then do what you can. And I feel like my yes is to just go. Same thing with the airport. I don't mind getting through the airport even 3 hours early if it means I'm there and I can see that my plane hasn't left yet. But if I'm not at the airport, I don't know if it's there. Hat, Canyonlands National Park. Super freaking cute. Kyle is going to love this hat. He's going to love this hat with the little lizard on it. It's going to be too much for him. Coffee cup, they only had 2 coffee cups. So I got this one. I already have a Joshua Tree one that looks like this, so I also got a postcard to send to my dad. I'll send that to him tonight if I can find a post office. Gonna have Southwest salad from Walmart. Oh, it came with a little fork. Cute. Alright, I'm gonna try not to make too much of a mess. Although it's not my car and somebody's gonna have it detailed. So it doesn't really matter if I make too much of a mess because they're just gonna clean it anyway. And it's not my car, so I don't have to clean it, right? That's how, drive it like a rental, right? That's what people say. It was a tiny little gift shop. It's a tiny little park. This park doesn't have much. It doesn't have any kind of services. They did not have ice. They didn't even have like a drinks fridge. If you needed water, they were selling gallons of water, like gallon jugs. All right, so here's my lunch. I'm having kind of a light lunch. My dinners are gonna be a little heavier. I also have umpteen snacks. So I'm definitely eating enough. Like, this is not all I'm gonna eat this afternoon. I'm gonna eat some more, but I hate to call a salad lunch because who can live off of a salad? Like, this is not a meal. This is a snack. I'm basically a snack. This is girl lunch. Okay, this is a snack. I'm also gonna have this. I'm gonna have a fig bar. I'm gonna have a protein bar, fruit, granola bar, the works. Let's look at the map because I still don't have signal. So I don't really know how to get to Arches, but it's on this map. So I have to leave. Oh, I have to go all the way up to, wait, what? 191? Where am I? So I have to go all the way up 313 and then turn right, Moab to 70, and it's right there. Okay, I'm gonna go out this way, go to the end, and then turn right, and then I'll find Arches down there somewhere. It'll be a left turn. So far, my impression of Canyonlands is that if you're just gonna have a day, you don't need more than a day, you know what I mean? But if you're gonna take multiple days, you would need a backcountry permit. This is definitely a backcountry kind of park where if you're just gonna drive through, you don't really need more than a day. Unless it's going to be a multi-day backpacking trip. Well, I just found out that a whole bunch of the vlogs I have been taking, there was no sound because it was plugged into CarPlay. At least I found that out halfway through day 1. But there's still a good amount of like stuff that I was talking about that now I can't use. Anyway, I'll just remember to unplug it now. So I'm at Arches. I'm in line to get in. My timed entry is 2 o'clock. It's 1:36 right now. And when I was looking at the online reservation suggestion, because I didn't know how long I was going to have to wait in line, they said get there about 30 minutes early. Expect to wait about 30 minutes. I've been waiting for, well, about 9 minutes now. and I'm getting pretty close to the front, and I'm hoping that they'll let me in because they said to get here early. But if they're gonna make me turn around and go wait again, oh yikes, I don't know what to do. Well, I'm in line now. Like, I can't get out of line. There's cones and stuff. And see, I got here at like 1, so I parked in the little parking lot outside of the park, where they have like the entrance sign and thing. So I was just waiting there for a while. I was playing on my phone, texting my mom, whatever. And then I was wondering, like, how long am I gonna have to wait? So I looked online at the recommendation for the reservation, and they said, yeah, expect to wait about 30 minutes. Like, for this park specifically, on their own website, it says get there 30 minutes early. And it was like 1:30 at that time, and it was a couple minute drive to get over here. So, I mean, I've been waiting in line for probably about 10 minutes-ish, and I'm pretty close to the front. Oh, I'm gonna get here too early. I don't know. I'm just gonna tell her, look, they told me to get here 30 minutes early. I guess if they don't let me in, I'll just have to go turn around and wait. They're not turning anyone away though, but maybe other people who've done this before know not to come until 2 o'clock. But I didn't know how long I was gonna wait. It said that you'll wait anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And then somebody had asked in the frequently asked questions, what happens if my hour goes by while I'm waiting in line? Will I still be allowed in? And they said, yes, you will still be allowed in, as long as you're in line before that time. So I was like thinking, oh God, am I gonna lose a whole hour waiting in line? So of course anxiety took over and I drove over here. And now I'm here too early. And the line, I mean, people are pouring in, and the line is as long as it was when I got here, so I guess it's not really getting longer. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just gonna get up there and I'm gonna say I'm early because they told me to get here 30 minutes early. I only waited for 10. Yikes. I hope she lets me in. We're in! They let me in early! 20 minutes early. I was like, hey, I was supposed to be here at 2, but they said get here 30 minutes early, and then he was laughing. He said it's fine. All right, so I have a game plan. I know exactly what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna go straight there, except I don't know the map, so I need to look at the map. Okay, I need to get to, I think I know where I'm going. The last thing I'm doing is Delicate Arch, so I don't need to go that far. I think Delicate Arch is kind of at the end. I don't actually know where I'm going. The one I want to see is Panorama Arch, I think. Delicate Arch, Petroglyph. Delicate Arch is what I'm doing last. I think I'm supposed to be there for sunset, if my timing is right. Okay, so where's Panorama? I see Panorama Point, Pothole Arch, Garden of Eden. I think where I'm going is Furnace Creek. Is that right? I don't know. I need to consult my itinerary that I made because I want to go. Oh, Devil's Garden is where I'm going. Landscape Arch. Okay, not Panorama, Landscape. It's like the same meaning but a different word, right? Okay, so I need to go all the way to Devil's Garden because I'm going to go to Landscape Arch. Okay, I can do that. So I just need to follow this road all the way down and not turn right at the windows and not turn right at Lower Delicate Arch viewpoint. So I'm just going to go straight all the way to the end. How far am I going to go? 9 miles plus 2.5 miles is 11.5 miles plus 5 miles is 16 miles plus 1. So I'm going to drive for just under 20 miles on this beautiful scenic highway. I'm in the park, baby. They let me in early. I'm so excited. Okay. I keep calling it Panorama Arch, but there is a Panorama Point. So I think that's where I was getting confused, but I'm going to Landscape Arch. It's Devil's Garden. I don't know where I was getting Furnace Creek from. I don't know what Furnace Creek is. Is that here? I don't know. I'll answer my own questions later. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. I'm so excited. I'm also expecting it to be pretty windy because it's Arches, and why wouldn't Arches be windy? The same way that Bryce is windy, I expect Arches to be windy because how else do you get that formation without wind, right? So I'm just preparing myself for that because I hate the wind and it causes me the sensory problem, causes me sensory nightmares. Oh, there's a river down there. Is that the Colorado River? don't know if that's the Colorado River. What the freak is Furnace Creek? Is it? Why do I think that Furnace Creek is that something else here? It's hard to look at a map and drive on a windy road at the same time. Okay, so I see Devil's Garden. Oh, there's Fiery Furnace. There's Fiery Furnace. But what's Furnace Creek? Wow, it's so pretty. Wow. Okay, windows, rock pinnacles. We're gonna pass all that stuff. Balanced rock. Did Balanced Rock fall? Is Balanced Rock unbalanced? Holy moly. Holy freaking moly. This is so cool. Wow. Wow. It's like every time I look, it gets better. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here. Wow. There's a landmark. I don't know. Can you see those? When you drive by, can you see those hoodoos back there? LaSalle Mountains viewpoint. Okay, so there's LaSalle Mountains. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh, I see an arch back there. I see one. It's way back there. It's a big one. Now I gotta find more. This is a lot like Monument Valley. Yes, this is very similar to Monument Valley, actually. Look at all those hoodoos. Wow, what? She's gorgeous, and it's green. I think because it's been raining, so it's green. Okay, so here is something that I would love to see happen with places like Canyonlands and Arches and Capitol Reef, Zion and Bryce, but especially Zion and Bryce. I would love to, oh my gosh, can you see those? It looks like Disneyland. I know that it's supposed to look like that. I know that Disneyland is like made after this, but it actually looks like Disneyland. So many hoodoos. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked because there's a lot going on. Oh my god, Kyle is going to love this. OMG, he's gonna love this. Anyway, what I would love to see happen is for all of the names of these places to be changed to what the names that the native people called them. Because kind of like Denali, right? Like calling it Mount McKinley now feels weird. Like, why would we call it Mount McKinley if we can call it Mount Denali? So I feel like with these kinds of places, I would feel a lot more comfortable calling them, oh look, there's a little baby arch. Okay, sorry, it's like squirrel. I would love to be able to call them what the native people call it. That would just make me feel better about it. But that's just kind of like a side note. This is so cool. These little, it's called arches because there are little arches. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. There's also hoodoos everywhere, but hoodoos is a Bryce thing. Like, Bryce is about the hoodoos. Can you see this? Like, it looks like I'm on a movie set. Like, this looks like a green screen. This looks like a green screen. I cannot believe that I'm actually here right now. Oh, this guy's passing me because he just can't take it. He just can't drive the speed limit. I'm driving above the speed limit. I'm driving 5 miles per hour above the speed limit. I wish that my car could just drive itself so I could just ogle. But it's in front of me too. This is also in front of me. Wow. This is so cool. If I had to drive here, it'd be so hard. But I took a plane to a couple hours away and then I rented a car and drove here. And that's hard to get. Like, it was hard to get here. I wish that this was closer. And I would just come all the time. But I guess that's part of the adventure, right? Okay, so yesterday I flew from San Diego to Salt Lake City and then from Salt Lake City to Colorado, Grand Junction, Colorado. And the flight to Salt Lake was like pretty normal. I have flown in and out of Salt Lake before, so it was pretty typical. I was flying in an Airbus, like a pretty big airplane. Anyway, when I transferred planes in Salt Lake City to come to Colorado, it was a very small plane. I don't even know what the name of it is. It was like a 50-passenger plane. A very small plane. I don't think it's the smallest plane I've ever been on. Maybe. It might be smaller than the plane that I take to Oregon. But anyway, when I was on that plane, we took off from Salt Lake and the captain comes on the speaker and he says, we're gonna try to find some smooth air for you. But you're also not gonna get service because the flight's too short. I think we were in the air for like 35 minutes or something, maybe 40. It was a very short flight. But I think it was just too rough for the flight attendant to come give us drinks and stuff. Anyway, so when they say we're gonna try to find some smooth air, you know that it's not going to be a great flight. I am not afraid of flying. I'm not afraid of turbulence. I don't have any issues. I don't have any anxiety. Like, I'm not scared to be on the airplane. But last night was the first time in my whole life I was actually scared on a plane, okay? We took off, and it was fine. Like, it was just normal turbulence, normal rough stuff, a little, like, side to side kind of stuff, and just, like, rough turbulence. You know, like, everybody knows what turbulence feels like. Normal. And then we get up to cruising altitude, almost nothing. I mean, it was just kind of like rocking a little bit, like side to side, which I guess on a small airplane, because it's the kind of airplane that doesn't have jets on the wing, it has jet on the back. Very small plane. So anyway, we're going through the air, everything's fine, until we start to descend into Colorado, into Grand Junction. Again, turbulence, which is not uncommon. And I guess, you know, we're going between mountains, there's turbulence, whatever. And see, the only rough turbulence I've ever really experienced was flying into Maui. And again, the captain came on the speaker and he said, hey, this is going to be a rough landing, but it always is. And we know how to do it. We expect it. It's just because it's windy between these mountains. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to be kind of rough. And when he said that, I was expecting like a really rough descent, but it wasn't. It just felt like normal turbulence to me. I mean, it was a little bumpy, like up and down. Not really side to side. Like, I'm used to kind of side to side turbulence. Anyway, we start to descend into Colorado, and it's getting real bumpy. And I'm okay with bumpy. I'm okay with a little bit of turbulence. I'm not scared. But the plane dropped so much that I came out of my seat, and the girl behind me went, ah, like she started shouting. Not exactly screaming, but she was scared because she was crying when the plane took off, okay? She was nervous, and I think that her nervous energy was rubbing off on me because I was like, I actually got scared. Like, I had that feeling in my stomach, that like oily feeling in my stomach when the plane dropped like that, and they had to keep really pulling on the throttle and pushing it to the side. It was the scary, that's the first time I've ever actually been scared on an airplane. And rationally, I understood, like, this is probably just a pretty rough landing. The pilots are probably used to it. I am not afraid that the plane's going to go down rationally. I know that these pilots are professionals. They can land the plane safely. I'm not worried about that. But when the plane just kind of drops out of the sky like that, enough that you come out of your seat, that made me a little sick to my stomach. I started to feel a little scared. And then it would kind of like roll to the side, and they would have to really push the throttle to flatten it back out. And I said to the guy sitting next to me, I was like, it must be windy. But the girl behind me, man, she was crying. She was not having a good time. Okay, I think that must be balanced rock because it looks like it's balancing. Although hoodoos all look like they're balancing, so I don't know. Let's see, balanced rock. Yes, that is balanced rock. I'm so smart. All right, so now I have 2.5 miles till the next junction where I will go straight. All right, I'm not going to turn right at this next turn. I'm going to keep going because the next turn is to go down to the windows section. If I have time to go to the windows section, I will, but it's not at the top of my list. The Devil's Garden is at the top of my list. I really want to see that landscape arch. I really want to see it. It's just so pretty. I mean, I don't know that. I've only seen pictures of it. I'm just assuming it's pretty in real life. You know what was really underwhelming in real life was Yellowstone. Hot take, I guess. People love Yellowstone. I did not. I probably won't ever go back. All right, we made it to the Devil's Garden. It's there. It's just between those little rocks. I don't know how long it's going to take. Let's see. Devil's Garden, trails. Landscape Arch is 2 miles. I think that must be round trip. I don't think it's one way. Double O Arch is 4 miles, which it's 2:15 right now. I gotta potty again. I'm pottying so much. You know what? I am just going to go down the Devil's Garden until I don't feel like going anymore. Because I think I need to start Delicate Arch. Let me see how long that takes. Delicate Arch is 3 miles. So that'll take a while. And because I'm going to want to like stop and take pictures and stuff. How long do I actually need? Maybe 2 hours for Delicate Arch. So I should probably start that by 5. Like the latest at 5. So, and then to drive from here to Delicate Arch is going to take like 10 minutes. And then finding parking might be difficult. Although back here at Devil's Garden, again, there's nobody here. I found parking super easily. So anyway, I'm just going to bring something just hit my car. I think it was a child. I didn't hit the child. The child hit me. I'm just going to bring a water, I think. I don't think I'm going to bring my backpack. I don't even really think I need to bring water, to be honest. It's only 2 miles. Oh, but it is kind of hot outside. Maybe I will bring my backpack then. I think I will bring this. I'm also going to get rid of some of this trash. I'll bring my little map. My tripod, which you are currently attached to. My camera. I'll bring water, I guess. In there. Okay. I guess I'll bring 2? I don't know. I'd rather have too much than not enough. And I'll pack out some of this trash. Perfect. All right. Let's go see these arches, shall we? There's one over there too that I don't know how much farther I have to go to see. I don't really want to scramble too much, but we'll see. So there's a sign back there that says to get to the Double O Arch, which was the one I could kind of get a peek of. You have to scramble up pretty steep. There are people going up right there. And I'm just not down for all that. That's a little bit too much for me. A little bit too extreme. So we're gonna head back to the car. There's actually one more arch called Tunnel Arch that we can stop by on the way. And then from there, we'll drive up to Delicate Arch and maybe even be done early. So I could go to bed early. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind leaving early. Although I feel like if I do have an extra hour or so, I should probably fill it with something, but it's fine. I didn't get very good sleep last night, so if I could go to bed early tonight, that would be awesome, but we shall see. I feel like we just need a little bit more, just a little bit more of the landscape arch. It is so pretty. There's also like hardly anybody out here. I've seen maybe like 15 people. You can kind of see the Double O from here actually. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to pick up the double part of the O. You can definitely see one part of it. Oh yeah, you can see the double. Nice. Yeah, that's gonna require some serious scrambling to get to the viewpoint of that. I'm just not down for all that. Kyle would do it. If he was here, Kyle would do it. Although today would be the day to do it. There's like nobody out there. I don't know. You don't have to come back down though. You just have to go up and then walk around the other side. So I think I could. I think going down would be the hard part. Okay, well, it's 3 o'clock now. I want to start Delicate Arch by 5. So if I could start a little early, that'd be great. So I'm gonna head up there. We just need a little bit more of the landscape arch. It's massive. In the pictures, it looks smaller than it is because in the pictures, it's from like the viewpoint underneath. So you just see like a little bit of a gap, but it's like huge. It's really high up there. Wow. The more I'm thinking about going to bed early, the more I'm like, let's go to bed early. I'm even like, what if I just didn't do the hike to Delicate Arch and just went to the viewpoint? But I'm gonna do the hike to Delicate Arch. It's only 3 miles. I'll try to bust my ass a little bit more than I did on this one, because I taken 1 hour to do 1.5 miles, which I guessed it would take about 2 hours to do the 3 mile hike to Delicate Arch, assuming I can find parking, which I think I should be able to because it's pretty dead. All right, I'm back to the car after my excursion to the landscape arch. I never did take any trash out of the car. I'm feeling a little hot, so I'm gonna pull my hair up. I also need to blow my nose badly because I'm still have a little bit of that Coachella cough going on. Although every passing hour I feel better and better, which is good. So here's the deal with the Delicate Arch, okay? My knee is really hurting me, and I have a long week ahead of me. Today's only day 1 out of 5. So I feel like I really need to pace myself a little bit. So I'm not going to go to Delicate Arch. I will view Delicate Arch from the parking lot where you can view it, but I'm not gonna hike 3 miles to it. I'm slowed down a lot with my knee. It's hot, I'm tired, I need to pace myself. I did not sleep well. There's just kind of a lot that goes into it. I also kind of feel like I wanna save it to do with Kyle. Oh, I hope this didn't melt. It's a little melty. I wanna save it because it's such a good hike and a big hike. I will go see Delicate Arch from the viewing area, but I'm not gonna do the hike. I'll find something else to do because I should still be here till the sun goes down. There's no reason for me to leave early. I can find stuff to do, just like viewpoints to go to, maybe like a half-mile walk to a viewpoint or something. But I'm not gonna do the full hike. It's just not what's right for me today, so I'm just not gonna do it, and it's fine. I was walking back to the car just now, and I was thinking, like, I drove halfway across the country for this. I shouldn't, like, not go just because I don't feel like it, or I feel tired, or I feel hot, or my knee hurts. But the other half of me is like, this is my trip, I can do whatever I want. And I know that it's like so easy to like half-ass stuff when you're just by yourself. And I feel like there's a bit of that, but I also really do just feel too run down to do it, honestly. With the heat too. The car says it's 76. It definitely feels about 76, but in the sun, it's just so hot. So anyway, oops, that's the wrong one. Where's the arches one? Let's just find something else to do. Let's find something easy to do, something that we can just go look. And then someday I'll come back with Kyle because he would love this place, and we'll do the arches or the Delicate Arch hike together. Ooh, where's that? The windows. Do I have to hike to get to the windows? Remember when I said the windows were not at the top of my list? Let's see. Windows. Balance Rock. I can see Balance Rock. Double Arch. I could go see Double Arch. See, there's a place where you can go see Delicate Arch from underneath. You drive over to it. That's where I just went. To the Landscape Arch. Not Panorama Arch. Panoramic Arch? I don't even know what I was calling it before. Upper Delicate Arch Viewpoint. Where is that? Upper Viewpoint is only a half mile. Moderately difficult rocky uphill route. I don't know if I'm into all that. Oh, windows. I was looking for windows. Okay, here. If Double Arch is half of a mile, easy hard packed trail with a spectacular arch. Parade of elephants, Double Arch, window. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the windows then. I'm just gonna go to some overlooks. I'm gonna hit the Fiery Furnace Viewpoint. I'm gonna hit the Salt Valley Overlook. And then I'm gonna turn left and go down to the Delicate Arch Viewpoint. And then I'm gonna come back, turn left, go down to Panorama Point, check that out, turn left again, and go down towards the windows section. I'll check out the windows, and then by then, maybe it'll be time to go home and go to bed. Well, not go home, but go to where I'm staying. I'm staying in a ghost town tonight. Super exciting. Let's ride. Right. I am officially done walking for the day. According to my watch, I have walked 16,000 steps today, which is a lot. And it's only day 1, but I knew that today was always going to be the toughest day, which I'm glad that day 1 was the toughest day. Morale's a little low, not gonna lie. Life's hard right now. So we're gonna try to bring morale up with a freaking snack. Snacks always work. These little chicken salad things are so freaking good. I don't know what crack they put in these chicken salad sandwiches. cracker things. Oh my God, they're so delicious. Morale is already boosting. This is amazing. Now that I'm officially done walking for the day, I'm gonna leave here. I'm at the windows area. What do they call it? Windows. The windows section. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go to the visitor center, get my souvenirs, and then head off to the hotel. I'm gonna take a very relaxing shower at the motel. I don't know if I'm gonna wash my hair. I might save washing my hair for tomorrow. I'm gonna have some dinner, and then I'm just gonna get in bed, and I'm gonna play on my phone, and I'm gonna edit my YouTube video, and I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm done being an adventurer for the day. I'll pick back up tomorrow. Although I do still have to drive quite a bit back to the ghost town where I'm staying tonight. And of course I have to potty. They might have flush toilets at the visitor center. I think I've had enough vault toilets for the day. I also have not washed my hands once today. That's not true. I washed my hands this morning when I brushed my teeth and went to the bathroom at the Airbnb. I washed my hands then. I have not washed my hands since then because there's no running water. So the visitor center might also be a vault, but snack in the tank. Morale is already boosting. All right, let's get this boat moving, shall we? Let's go find somewhere to relax. I'm ready to get horizontal, honestly. It's been such a long day. It's only 5 o'clock. Well, I shouldn't say it's only 5 o'clock. I started walking at about 9 and I left Grand Junction at 6:30. So like, it's been a long day and I'm ready for the day to be over. I almost don't even want to go to the visitor center, but I gotta get those souvenirs, baby. Gotta get them. Well, a very sad turn of events. The visitor center is closed. So no hat and no coffee cup. Oh. So now I'm at a point where it's like, all right, I'm left. I left. Now I'm on my way to my Airbnb, but I feel like I should just turn left instead of right, just to go look at Moab. I'm not gonna get out of the car, but at least I'll be able to say I've been to Moab. And it's just right there. And people love Moab. They come from all over to go to Moab. I don't know if it's just because the parks are here or because they actually like Moab itself. But the Colorado River's down there too. So I just want to go look at the Colorado River. I just love seeing the Colorado River. So I'm going to head down there. I'm not getting out of the car. What do we have here? Oh my God. Shut up. Is that the Zephyr? Shut the f up. Is that the Zephyr? This is my room. So there is no bathroom in here. It's fine. Let's go find it. The kitchen's over here. Okay, nice. Where's the bath? Okay, there are 2 bathrooms. Nice. Okay, well. Okay, I'm all showered and checked in. I have my dinner, my tasty bites. It's chickpea masala, I think. I don't know. It's gonna be freaking delicious, whatever it is. It's already been cooling for like 5 minutes and I think it's still too hot. I don't think anyone else is here. I don't hear anyone out here, anybody moving around unless they're sleeping. I would definitely hear them if they were here. Okay, so I'm at my dinner and then I'm just enjoying the evening. It was hot in here when I got here, so I opened up the window and it's just very peaceful. Just a small town in the middle of nowhere. I think it's a ghost town. I think. I have to double check that. But I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna have some water and then I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed early. I would love to be asleep by like 8:30. It's 7 o'clock right now, so I'm just gonna hang out. If other people get here later in the night, it's not even gonna wake me, not at all. I'm just hoping I don't have to pee in the middle of the night because I don't want to have to wander down the hallway half asleep. Something very exciting is that there's a guest book in here and it's full. So I'm gonna read some of them. Desert Moon Raven Room Guest Journal. The first one is from 4/20/2021. What? This is so cool. I'm gonna sit here and read these while I eat. Any interesting ones I will definitely share. Oh, it's like full. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find space. There's nothing since, last one was October 2024. September 2024. There aren't any entries from 2025, maybe because it's full. I don't know. I'll message the host and say, hey, your guest book's full. So I'm just laying here reading through the guest book, and look at this. Are you freaking kidding me? And they wrote, like, okay, let me just read it to you. Once upon a midnight fury, we arrived here weak and weary to the desert inn of Utah lore. We came in, our stuff unpacking, collapsed us down, and gently napping. Thankful for this place that's not a bore. The shower's great, we muttered. We want nothing more. Are you kidding me? This is so cool. And then it says, thank you, John and Melissa, December 29th, 2021. That's insane that they did this. And it's so cute. I'm stunned. I'm stunned that somebody did this.